Who else?
Hey, welcome
Oh, we're
back.
back.
Hey, we are.
We're back.
We're
We're on.
actually on the air. See that red light right there?
That's like how I've been hosting First Look this week, and thankfully Kevin Bartle of the Bakersfield Condors came in and did it for me this morning. He was
He's a
much
pro.
better.
He's a
much
pro.
better.
Yeah.
I should have you on at some point.
Negative.
You're a pro. You're a pro.
Don't know what yet.
How did you just real quick? Did you stay up all night and watch the NASCAR race?
I fell asleep with about 40 laps to go.
Did you?
Yes, I couldn't do it.
Couldn't do it. So
And he's on West Coast time.
I know.
So I stayed up till about close to midnight.
You know what I did?
What?
I got tired. I said, okay. So I hit the record button for whatever it was from 10 to 11.
Yeah.
Then recorded the news from 11 to 11:30. Then I get up the next morning, and the last 6 laps aren't there. So I'm going,
Oh.
really? But then they showed the replay almost right away that I saw. So
Well, I tell you, after a big weekend that like we had out at Kern County Raceway, Sunday was just a total rest day. And then so when I saw the rain, I'm like, oh, this is not going to be good. And I thought NBC did a great job of not cutting away and putting in, women's water polo or something in there in its place. They stuck it out. And then so I get up Monday morning and I just go right to my iPad and I just look to see who wins, so I kind of just write some notes down, get ready for the race report on KUZZ. I don't even look at the crash, at the big crash. I didn't even look at it. I didn't see the highlights or anything. So I go and do my race report. Race report gets done. Jerry Hufford calls me and says, hey, you want to see the crash? And I go in there and actually see the crash. And I'm like, I cannot believe I did not mention how massive that thing was. I can't believe the kid walked away, man.
yeah,
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
and to have the thumbs up and the fact that nobody,
Well, he did this. He did. The old Lane Frost wave. A lot of folks around these parts know who Lane Frost is. So
the fireworks though, great crowd.
yeah,
From hearing,
Great crowd.
great fireworks show,
thank you.
and some interesting racing.
Yeah,
and some crashing.
yeah. There were some fireworks on the track, in the air, in the pits. Yeah, it was definitely an exciting night.
Let's just do some some housekeeping business. Houseworking. That's a new thing.
Housekeeping.
Housekeeping.
December 5th.
Housekeeping.
Check it out. It will be the end of the year special section.
It's gonna be cool.
It's gonna be very cool. Looking forward to that. And
40 pages still? Is that?
That's the minimum.
Okay.
That's the
All right.
minimum. All area driving awards will be announced on December 5th. There'll be several people from Kern County Raceway Park. They'll be there. The Grumpy Griff Award. Who are you leaning towards, Griff?
Right now,
Yeah.
I don't know. You have to think about he doesn't race that often, but Derek Thorne. I mean, he's 4 for 4 in Southwest Tour races.
Yeah.
No, well, yeah, point races.
Yes.
Won a couple of races out there at Kern County Raceway Park.
I'm going to throw down with you right now on this one. I'm going to give you one suggestion from Kern County Raceway Park. Fast Eddie Garoni.
Yeah.
It's a great competitive class at Kern County Raceway Park.
It is. The legends are pretty amazing.
And he jumped on top of his car and pointed to the sky like Rocky Balboa. It's crazy.
It's pretty awesome.
That's one there. And I also know that we have a nice picture of him, too. In our
That's true,
system,
but
we have a nice picture
so
of
it's
him.
not for publication.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Okay.
I could probably sell
You know,
this.
and obviously probably not going to be driver of the year, but who's doing well this year is Johnny White, who's raced a lot at Kern County Raceway Park, and he jumped into a second MMI car in the NASCAR K&N West Series this year. He's running about 8th in rookie points and doing a solid job for his first time in a big car.
Well, I'll tell you what impressed me the most was when he hopped in that 31 machine and raced the road course at Sonoma. That was, pretty amazing.
He's done a good job. So
Yeah.
so there's a lot of talented drivers here from Kern County is at all levels of competition.
All right, well, let's take a look. We got highlights.
Okay.
Let's look at some highlights.
Oh, they did get here. All right.
They got the highlights.
Thanks, Vinny.
Yep. And there we go.
Kick things off with the Inex Bandoleros, and the guy to beat is that 05 of Cave McClinney. 3 wide out of turn number 2. Cheyenne Flippo in the 00. Out front early, but that blue and yellow 05 machine going to take it to the inside to take over the lead. And great to see the number 8 car of Jeremy Clark back out there just 2 weeks ago with the rollover and doing a great job. He'll wind up second, but Cave McClinney wins again. I believe that is number 4 on the year for the young McClinney.
Is that all?
That's it.
Oh, wow. I thought he had at
That's
least
it? Only
4 or
four?
5.
No.
Yeah.
Here's the race right here. INEX Legends. 13 cars on this quarter mile, and I'll tell you what, Braden Rogers in that black and white 29 just was running away with this deal, and everybody was playing catch-up. Tyler Bannister making a move to the inside on Josh Ayers. That is for second position. We had a caution, and this is on the restart. Big pile up. Takes out just about all of the front runners. Couple cars were out for the race, but got back in later after making some minor repairs. And the 31 of Fast Eddie Garoni took advantage of that deal, and there's a great shot right there. Yeah, great job. Great family-run race team there. The 911 Racing Series.
There you go.
Look out.
I think you
Taft
should have
PD, man.
They
Taft
were in
PD.
there, yeah.
They were, and I'll tell you what, Taft PD had this race won, except Darren Grantham right there with a pit maneuver. Can you believe that? A pit maneuver coming out of turn number 2 to get the Taft PD, Pete Aranda, getting him loose, and then Grantham in the Kern County Sheriff's Department car ran away with it from there. So congratulations to our points leaders. And third win on the season, Darren Grantham and the Kern County Sheriff's. My daddy's faster than your daddy. Did you see that? That was cool. Late model main event number 1. Josh Horn out in front early and had a nice pace going on until the 15 car of Lance Wilson, points leader going into this race, moves to the inside of him to take over the lead. And not too far behind is that number 44 of Eric Richardson. Richardson coming off a couple of great races here lately, and then to the inside. Car's a little bit better in the corners. That 40, I mean, it was a 7 or 8 lap side by side, wheel to wheel, door handle to door handle, whatever you want to call it, before Richardson took over, I believe, on lap number 29. There was a crash in this race that took out Horn and the number 1 of Ebersbacher, the 5 of Chris Dalton. But the number 44, Eric Richardson, getting a win. Spec Mod main event. This was a good one. Anthony Barkett, woo, getting a little sideways. That popped the tire on the number 9 of the number 8 of Jim Coffey. He does a great job of saving this thing into the corner. Sparks are flying, man. And then loops it out, slows himself down. And on this restart here, look at this, going 3 wide. Kevin Callahan in the number 32 car. This is where he made his move. And goes to the front, and that upset points leader Brock Thompson and teammate Brock Thompson. Gave him the bumper a couple times going into the corners. I think we're going to see that right here. Nope, Thompson's going to not be able to catch him, and Kevin Callahan getting the checkered flag. First career win,
right.
Kern County Raceway, so congratulations to him. NASCAR Superstocks, and that's what lost the race for Johnny Bedingfield. You saw that car in the upper left there. He got into the gray area and swung wide and had to play catch-up for the rest of the race. Great race here between the 0-2 of Paul Ebersbacher and the number 1 Pat Brown System jump start car of Perrin Kutstra. Great side-by-side race in there, but Kutstra was able to pull away and get the victory. His second of the year. So he's
way ahead of last year's pace.
Way ahead.
Way ahead.
Two times. Going 3 wide early on in that late model main event number 2. Lance Wilson and Eric Richardson back to the front. Kind of a carbon copy of what we saw in late model main event number 1, side-by-side action. Wilson and Shepard here, as Shepard got by him for second, and then here's the big crash. Into turn number 1, right there at the apex. Hard hit with Buddy Shepard. Wilson really didn't get too much damage on the number 15 car, but you see some heavy damage on Shepard's car. Shepard was okay, obviously, out of the car. A little sore. Just talked to Dick Shepard this morning. Had to go over and tell Lance Wilson he was a little upset there. Had to pound in the dent that was on Wilson's hood. But we cut that race a little short after that one. And first 2-time winner on a Saturday night, Eric Richardson sweeps both main events in the NASCAR late models. Huge and night. Takes over the points lead.
I also want to show some of the pictures we have from this event too. Tom Mock was out there, Amanda Perryman out there, and this was
a good one.
This was a good one too. This also was I think this was their lead art on. Go back to that picture just for a second. This was the lead picture that we had in the paper. On
it was the late model.
Late model. Okay,
it was the late model race. Yeah, we'll see that one too.
And this just some of the festivities you had for the 4th of July.
Yeah, I can't say enough about the Bakersfield Model T Club coming out. The folks from Minterfield Air Museum did and then they sell raffle tickets and give away rides in these military vehicles during our national anthem.
cool.
So it's pretty cool for some race fans on a great patriotic night.
Very good. It's 911 series. We mentioned the Kern County Sheriff with the win.
Yeah,
And there they are
Darren Grantham there.
with the win. And Cade McClenny in the Bandos with the win. And great job there. And then the legends, some of the work here from Tom and Amanda. Eddie Garoni with the win. Garrett Fine, Colton Page, Lawless Allen, the best first name probably in the group. Jerry Flippo in 5th place. And that's a field. Did you hear my idea, by the way?
No, what's your idea?
It's just dumb. But let's do Legends road course along the Kern River.
we discussed along the Kern River.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's take the bike lane over and just let them run all the way up that thing.
Negative. We'll just put a road course out there at Kern County Raceway.
All right. Well, I'm going to hold you to that. We're gonna
Okay.
hold you to that. This is the Spec Mod class, so this is Kevin Callahan's first win of his career. He said.
Yeah, I
There
believe
it is.
so.
Believe so.
Yeah.
At least at KCR.
At least at Kern County Raceway. Yeah.
And there he is. Perrin Kuchstra was in the number 1 car. There he
New
is.
car there from Howie Smith, that number 4 machine, who was in basically a battle for the points championship last year with Perrin Kuchstra and crashed the car late in the season. I'm not taking anything away from Perrin. What a great consistent year, but there was a great points battle going on in 2014. Great to see Howie Smith back out at the racetrack.
And moving on, they got a drill, right?
Yeah, Ingersoll Rand is the official power tool in NASCAR, and they offer over the last 4 months. We have one more event, and Ingersoll Rand gives you a cordless impact tool worth $600. It's going to be a little different than what you see there from the winner's circle. It's going to be a right angle impact wrench,
Nice.
20-volt lithium. It's pretty awesome.
There is Buddy Shepard and Racing Vernon battling it out. The Eric Richardson and Racing Vernon, and just a great night of racing in the late models. A little drama, of course. Eric Richardson with the win in the first race, and then in the second race, it was Richardson again with a win over Racing Vernon, and
You got some hardware.
Got some hardware.
Got some hardware, absolutely.
So you guys are off until when? When do we see you guys? again?
July 25th
Okay, so
will be our next race.
we got 2 weeks off, and then back at it. And what are we going to see on the 25th?
Late model twin 35s. We'll have the spec mods. We'll have our 911 Racing Series dual main events.
Okay.
We're having twins that night. Also, I believe the SRL S2s along with the INEX SRL Legends race. So it should be a great night of racing.
All right, very good.
And you've got a little news where there will be pro late model
Yeah,
late model racing
right, yeah.
again.
just released that tonight. So the race scheduled for June 6th that was postponed will not be rescheduled, but the other 2 races for the pro late models will take place. I believe that is August 29th and September 26th. The
And
pro
was
late
that
models
was
will be back.
trying to talk to the drivers and car owners or whatever, try to get some more out there? Or?
Exactly right. That's what we've been doing over the last couple of months, last month and a half. We're still working on that. So I'll give you an update here in the next couple of weeks. And I won't be here next Wednesday.
Okay.
I'm going on vacation.
All right.
So I want Griff over in my
All right.
spot.
We'll make it work.
Then you guys can just make stuff up.
All right. Why don't you drag somebody in here like Eric Richardson or something like that? We'll get one of those guys in here to talk.
Might drag somebody
We'll
in.
drag somebody in here. All right, we're going to take a break. We'll be
Sounds
right
like a
back
plan.
with more here on the Bako Motorsports Power Hour, brought to you by the Bakersfield Californian.